All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Super Metroid Speedgaming Live Dash Randomizer tournament race between Kupo and Diggy Diggy Dang. I'm Glove, joined on comms by OK Beamer. How you doing,
Hey,
Beamer?
hey, what's up? Doing good. Hope you're doing good too.
Absolutely. I'm really excited for this one. I think that this is going to be probably one of the closest races, or like has the potential to be one of the closest races of the group stage.
Yeah, I agree. On paper, Diggy should be the faster runner. Both are pretty much equally versed in randomizers, so I don't see any differences there. Just Diggy with slightly better movement. But Kupo has become really strong in those last months as well.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I don't believe Kupo has really done any vanilla content.
Who does? I mean, it's vanilla is it's the same every time. Why would you do that?
Well, Diggy does some vanilla content, as
Yeah.
is really exemplified by his 44 any% time, which
Yep.
is absolutely nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, Diggy also does RBO a lot. I don't know his time there. Don't know about any other categories. Those are his main ones, I believe. So
Yeah,
yeah.
looks like he has a 1 hour 10 minute 20-second RBO. He has
Ah,
a
that's pretty good.
123 hundo. He has
It's
a
also
35
pretty
GT
good.
Classic and 57 low percent ice. So he's done like all the big ones essentially.
Haven't looked for Kupo's times in any way. What I could also do is pull out just a second.
Yeah, I don't think he has any vanilla times submitted at least.
Ah, as you should. I think I just finished a single any percent run in my life and submitted that.
Oh wow.
I've started
I'll
probably a few more, but a handful, if at all.
mhm. I'll always be a proponent for vanilla, but today we're doing rando, which we've seen some pretty cool seeds this tournament so far.
They are pretty rough for the most part.
Hmm.
So nothing jetty or not too many jet seeds. So looking at the seeds, the racers seeds in the tournament, those reflect the closeness that we are expecting here. Kupo is the number 15 seed and Diggy actually lower as the number 18 seed. I would have expected vice versa, but okay. And they are together in a group with Slotus, which would probably be the favorite in that group. Well, that's a rough group thinking about it. They are
Yeah,
also
this
together with
difficult.
Sky and Incompetent Perfectionist. So this race super important for both of them.
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I think part of the reason that Diggy Diggy Dang is seated a bit lower, if I recall correctly, I think he's had some like bad bracket luck maybe, and like I think the 2023 rando tournament was maybe rough for him.
All
I
right.
know that was a wild tournament where like a whole bunch of people exited early.
Was that the mystery tournament or the?
Yes.
Okay, okay, yeah, that went pretty well for me. The one before that, the multi-category tournament, that was absolutely atrocious for me.
I could be mixing them up. I know the multi-category tournament was atrocious for me.
Yeah, you have some of them sometimes. If some very good players have a bad day or just go the wrong way, you suddenly face one of the best players in a O2 or something like that,
Hmm.
and your
All
day
right.
gets ruined.
And that is Green Brin access with all three ammo types now.
That's what you want to see early on.
Hmm. It
Both
is
runners deciding to go down, yeah.
yeah, it is the worst Green Brin portal to get,
Yeah,
but the worst Green Brin portal to get is still like a top 5 portal.
absolutely, yeah. You never complain about it. It sucks having to go down for this portal, and whatever you find, you will turn around. And
Even
you
if it's in
will
front of
turn
our
back
ship.
for that, probably.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's such a miserable place to find wrecked ship, too,
Yeah.
because depending on what this top of Green Bryn portal is, that could be really hard to get back to. So you might have to do wrecked ship from the back.
Yeah, you almost have to go back for this portal, in my opinion, no matter what the top portal is. And then, of course, it might be a boss you can't beat, and then things start to become really awkward. And you start having less and less fun with the seed.
Yeah, it's a bit worse than 50-50 odds that you will find a boss you can beat there on this loadout.
Why is it less?
Because you can't have a seed where all bosses are vanilla.
Yeah, okay. So that pulls it a bit towards 40-something%. Am I seeing that right?
Yeah, I forget the exact odds. We've calculated them all before.
Okay.
But yeah, essentially it Crater Fantoon is killable there.
Yeah.
The other annoying thing is then if you fight the wrecked ship boss, you do have to do wrecked ship.
Yeah. Precisely. Energy is coming together for that. Miners are not yet, and you really want something to defend yourself with. Like some beam. Doesn't have to be plasma, but at least the spacer is pretty valuable if you do that. Ideally, you want to do that with a speed booster. Ideally, or if not a speed booster, then at least some other item you don't have to do a stupid sponge bath with. Although that's probably not an issue for either of those two runners.
Yeah, sponge bath with just power bombs, especially when you have so few power bombs
Yeah,
here, can be pretty
true.
annoying. And because of the way this seed played out, both of our runners are going to have to go farm power bombs in this room to the left real quick.
Yeah, but that's not the worst thing. You're just happy you're not there on fewer power bombs and have to farm one in a spot before that, because that really sucks.
Yeah, I've absolutely done that.
Yeah. It's so awful that whenever you just in a drive-by shoot those little bugs in the pipes, you get a power bomb drop, but when you need one, you will sit there for 2 minutes. I'm gonna mark down space jump for both players. It didn't take my kupppo pick. I did it on purpose because he picked it up later.
I wonder if there is, because Green Hill Zone is a room where the RNG gets reset. I wonder if there is a power bomb manip you could do in there.
Ah, that would be so cool to find out. It's been more than a handful of times that I've been in that room and had to farm for power bomb. I've even gone so far to when I know I need 2, which can happen, because you still have to open the wave gate door, that I just go towards first the miner location behind Spore Spawn, and if that's not power bombs, I farm those 3 pipes instead of one of the single ones. Oh, Diggy fell down. Waiting for the block to reappear.
Oh. I guess that's probably a little bit faster than reloading the room.
It is, yeah, it is, for sure.
That's rough, though.
Yeah.
He also had to use an extra power bomb. I think he was trying to avoid getting rid of that shot block up there, but unfortunately the power bomb also destroys the shot block.
Oh, I see, he tried to open the lower one. Yeah, that doesn't work. I mean, it does work, but consequences, you know. Alright, we got space jump, so that's a neat item. Especially having it early on. It will take a couple of minutes off the seat.
Yeah, it's way better in vanilla than it, or it's way better in rando rather than it is in vanilla. I'm not convinced by the space jump truthers. I know there are some people who
Space jump.
yeah, nice Mission Impossible style jump from Diggy there. That
Yeah.
is slower than shooting out the block, but it is also cooler. But yeah,
It
some people
is?
think that
Okay.
some people think that space jump's better than high jump boots. I really don't buy it, but I see the argument.
Me as a random main, I could take or leave high jump boots, you know. I know I'm pretty alone in that. So here we got our wreck ship play. That's the.
Oh, I happened to be looking away at the exact wrong moment. But
Kupppo will
I
show
guess
you again.
Kupo is going to show us that this portal is, in fact, Friend of Lower Norfair, which neither runner decides to bite on right now. You know, maybe just want like a couple safeties before they do about 500 frame perfect pause abuses.
Yeah, no CF ammo. Those are all things that are not ideal. Oh, that's a very heads-up thing there from Diggy.
Mm-hmm.
Plans on going to wreck ship. Of course, he has to expect the boss to be beatable. Kupo the same, actually. Not quite as heads up for just farming one more. But you need all those power bombs when you enter wreck ship. Of course, once you're there and you've defeated the boss, you would usually get the power bomb drops you need. But you can't be sure about that.
Yeah,
And Diggy instantly
unfortunately laid
wasting
it
one.
one block
Yeah.
too early.
And they are neck and neck. That's a good point from Quick Draw. You would need power bombs to exit. If you don't want to go to wreck ship, you would need at least 2. And looks like Kupo is doing that. If you plan on going into meme route, which I don't think is a good idea because you can just drop down to Red Tower and have 2 major checks here. You can also just farm those, and that explains why Kupo only went for 1 more power bomb.
Yeah, I like this way better from Kupo than checking wrecked ship. I think both are pretty defensible.
Yeah.
But it feels extremely bad leaving this boss behind, but it's gonna feel extremely bad. Did Diggy not save? Or oh, he's probably getting this item and then saving.
Yeah. Let's hope so, because he definitely didn't save anywhere else. Kupo saved in Green Brinstar. I'm not a too big fan of that save. At least not in this situation. But hey.
Yeah,
Diggy didn't save again? Maybe we just missed it.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah. And if not, you know, we got almost 50%. And... oh no.
That's Ridley.
Oh no. Where are we going now?
Oh, I missed that portal from Kupo. Oh
no. Diggy. Man. Seriously? Scatterbrain.
That's so difficult to come back from.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was just a complete forgetfulness moment.
Me too, yeah.
Because the only other thing I can think is that maybe Diggy... yeah, I can't really imagine any scenario in which you would think that wreck ship is the only logical play. So it must have just been forgetting to save. Did anyone see what the middle of Red Tower portal was? I was too focused on peeping that boss.
I didn't see it either.
I mean, this isn't a pure 12-minute time loss, but it's pretty close.
Yeah, you'd obviously just go down, up from here. You know, you've seen everything there, you know, okay, I'm missing space jump, I'm missing a couple of E-tanks. What you do now is go up into criteria, check the portals there, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Can only come back from this with a Hail Mary. Just maybe go back into Green Hill Zone for that super pack, but only maybe.
Middle red was pre-aqueduct. Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Wait, pre-aqueduct? As in West Meridia portal?
I would assume, yeah.
Like
The
crab
crab
shaft,
portal.
I guess. West Meridia, okay, thanks. One day we'll standardize all the portal names.
It's West Meridia 2. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't use the Varia tracker, so I don't have those terms, but you know, I just always call it crab shaft because that's what the room itself is called.
Yeah.
Although I'm really bad at mixing up crab shaft and crab hole.
Yeah,
They're both in
same.
West Meridia.
Same. Okay, Diggy's indeed going back towards Green Star, or top of Red Tower, if you will. I think I'd do that if I was kupppo. Single chamber, that's not
I
too
don't think
bad.
he's... Did he check the other red brin portals first?
No, he's checked tube and then went from there.
Yeah, I thought so. So I would have just been beelining right back to tube. Maybe he's getting refill here. If this is a BT check, I'm kind of not about it. To be honest, I can understand the temptation.
Yeah.
But I think one of the biggest things with the area rando is majors are not actually that good, especially criteria majors.
That's an interesting theory. Majors are actually not that good.
I just think map knowledge is key.
Ah, okay.
And everything else is kind of secondary. Obviously, that's not like... You can't go 100% for one or the other. You have to develop your basic heuristics for determining what's a value.
That was a nice sentence. I like that.
Thank you. But overall, I think one of the biggest areas where a lot of newer rando players can improve is just figuring out how to check their portals. Basically, how to check portals in a way that makes you more likely to end up in winning situations.
Yeah. In the earlier race I commented today, I saw both runners coming into business center from the right and then not checking the left side business center portal. And I find that more than questionable. Of course there was Croc behind it and Croc held barrier.
The scenario where I like it personally is if I find one business center portal, I am usually going to go down, get the items, and then come back up and leave out the other.
I am not doing it that way. I probably will go down too, but only after checking the portal. Unless I'm on one super.
It depends. Like, if I have at least one of Speed and Varia, then that changes.
So did you see either of the two criteria portals on the left side?
No, I did not.
Chat, we need help.
No, I missed them both so quickly.
Yep. He was in Pirate Shaft and then he was resetting, so that's all I saw. Turian was back of Wreck Ship. Mushroom was back of East. Thank you so much. At least one person paying attention here.
That's really rough.
I really like kupppo going here now. After getting that portal knowledge.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Could have just gone. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little weird. It's a little awkward leaving the two red Bryn portals behind because you are never going to incidentally find yourself back there Unless you find one of those portals and then you check the other. I think the thing that is okay about this is it's like... It is, like, at this point, it makes sense what he's doing because it's a long way to go back for those portals, and your only real reward is if you find Business Center specifically. Nothing else really helps you.
I think the bigger problem is he could go back and check those portals, but then he wouldn't have an easy way to get back up into the tube portal. I mean, he could always just reset back to the ship where he probably saved. But still.
That's true. I kind of forgot he probably isn't super comfortable with the gravity jump. I don't know. It's not frame perfect, but I think you probably have a few frames of leniency for it.
I always wing it and need several attempts, so I'm always happy about any item that gets me there.
Fair. And that is an ice beam for kupppo.
The worst grade item.
Yeah, it's a pretty big find. It's your Botswoon access. It's a million years of time save in Turian. It's terrible to find here specifically because you immediately have to turn it off.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't bother because it gets turned off immediately no matter what. But yeah, that's a very good point. If you want to farm those bugs in a hell run, don't do it with Ice Beam. I've seen too many people do that. If you have bombs, that's okay for just your first farm, but not without.
Yeah, that's one of the maybe the biggest time saves for bombs is being able to farm better.
Yeah.
And we'll see how Diggy handles this. If he finds a business center that has, I don't know, Varia or something, that'll definitely get him some time back. I don't think that alone would still be enough.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing pretty much the same stuff that kupppo's been doing. Except for now he's going back. So looks like Diggy wants to see those two portals in Red Tower. Alright, bottom right Red Tower, that's Croc. And Diggy is picking a fight. Ammo should be enough. Those supers go a long way. Literally.
Should be two more.
That's
really bad patterns from Croc, but well handled by Diggy.
One of the downsides of Dash Randomizer, you don't get a minimap, so you don't know when Croc is done dying. Which of course isn't a problem for players who use game sound. I guess I'm the only one with that issue. I'm just now realizing.
Okay, so the Croc entrance is Turian. Did kupppo check Chronic Boost, or is he just heading out on this?
I didn't see Chronic Boost, and time-wise it would seem like he hasn't been there.
Yeah, I don't think he has. Which, especially with Space
Yeah, he
Jump...
also skipped Wave, that's true. So that's something I don't quite get.
Oh, that's interesting, yeah. I assumed I must have missed it, but that's... That can be really punishing.
He should have gone there right away, because even if the energy is not enough, he dies on the way out. No biggie, he's got the ship safe. He can just come back and try again, this time
with
Speed Booster. But, as you say, well, We got a barrier suit.
Yeah, he can come back. Croc unfortunately had nothing.
Man. X-ray.
Now,
Oh.
there are very few ways in which Diggy comes back into this, frankly.
A suitless lava dive? Bootless lava dive? That's one way I could see. A beeline for wreck chip would be a way. Once he gets his barrier. Both once he gets his barrier.
Yeah, I guess if the back of LN is like... is Kraid specifically, pretty much, then that works. And LN has gravity and high jump boots are... waterway with speed at the top of the ship.
But Diggy really has to pull something out of the hat here. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure he knows. And I'm sure this croc play was part of it.
Yeah, if you're not playing from behind, this croc isn't that bad to leave behind. Being in Red Brinstar. It's probably one of the areas where people will disagree the most is when you should do croc.
So one thing I believe in is if you feel like you're behind, if you think you are the slower player, you should not go for out-of-the-way item checks, but instead you should go for more item skips. And going by that philosophy, I would have left Croc behind, assuming that kupppo maybe went for it.
Mm-hmm. It's just so difficult. Like, when you take a death 12 minutes in that sends you back to landing site, you kind of have to assume that you've just lost.
Yeah.
Kupppo's leaving Kraid behind here.
Interesting. I'm assuming this is just for the portal check. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. That's bad for Diggy. Diggy found Chronic in Crab Hole.
Yeah, so that's not that bad for kupppo to have skipped.
Yep. Might never see that transition. Having found Kraid and Turian.
Mm-hmm. Now, strictly speaking here, kupppo can kill any boss.
Yep.
And get out. However, Dragon would be extremely slow and also pretty difficult.
Yeah. The worst part is getting into the right health window. Although with what kupppo has, I'd be comfortable just going in there with 50 HP or less. My worst problem would be being on 11 power bombs, because if you do the mistake of lighting the crystal flash early, that's it. That's when you try.
Yeah. The biggest issue with damaging down is he doesn't know that it could still be Ridley. It is vanilla, though.
Yep.
So this works out perfectly for him.
A lot of things working out perfectly for kupppo right now. One of the things he doesn't... One of those he doesn't know about. Diggy dying.
Mm-hmm.
Diggy dead.
Oh. I wonder if he does back of LN here, though. Because if you're not prepared to fight Dragon on this loadout, then that could be just backbreaking.
Yeah. What do you think? Is kupppo prepared?
I don't know how... I don't know if he's ever practiced that Dragon fight.
Yeah. Because with this loadout, yeah, unfortunately picking up double jump, I know the feel. Yeah, I'm definitely going for Law and Warfare from here. No questions.
Yeah, and between the two runners, we do now have full map knowledge.
Oh yeah, that's right. Top left West Meridia leads to Aqueduct, and that's it.
Yep. However, neither runner has all of that knowledge to himself.
This is one of the more tame maps, looking at it. We got a couple good cross connections, no bottlenecks. Only wreck ship a little bit awkward.
So kupppo is I'm not sure what kupppo's doing, to be honest.
Did he reload or did he save? He saved, okay.
No, he didn't. He went in there and then selected no on the save station.
Oh, okay, interesting. Otherwise, I would have thought that's a safety for Law and Warfare, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's what I assumed. Was not necessarily a safety for Lower Norfair, but coming back to this portal if it ends up being Dragon.
Yeah, that too, of course. Who is going for Lower Norfair? Okay. Yeah, that plasma is obviously a great fight right now.
I'll get a couple minor item checks along the way, so maybe he can get a second power bomb pack.
Yeah.
Which makes things much comfier.
Absolutely. Is he damaging down already, I wonder? Diving into that lava.
I think it's still faster than waiting for it.
Nope, doesn't take it, okay. Doesn't necessarily have to mean that he doesn't want to pick a Dragon fight.
Yeah, that feels like a pretty strong signal to me, though, that if he's doing Dragon...
I mean, he might be fine on 15.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, Spring Ball, let's go.
Yeah, this doesn't help him get out of Dragon.
Nope.
And there's no other major item checks along the way. So he can't get high jump boots for the double spring ball jump.
I mean, high jump boots could be behind Dragon.
That's true. I guess that is
that
the
would
specific
be
case that helps him.
Yeah. But it also might just be Phantom here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know that the odds are much higher of it being Dragon than kupppo realizes, because kupppo does not have red ship information.
Oh, bosses. Forgot to click those. So Crate is down there, and Crate is down there. The Crate boss, of course, not Crate himself. Well, in this case, also Crate himself, because he was vanilla.
Kupppo is not checking power bombs of shame, at least on the way in.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting. Did he save? I don't think he saved at the Ridley. So his save would be before he killed Kraid. Which I hope he realizes that fact. I hope he doesn't think he saved when he hit no.
No, kupppo just saved going down.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah.
That's...
Which I would also do, because I would just be too afraid of something going wrong. Damaging down, like I said, would be my biggest issue.
Yeah, what you can do is you can leave just like a few health in your reserve tank and intentionally have your reserve pop.
That's a good idea, actually.
Oh,
it is? Okay,
oh.
There we have our answer. And after skipping Upper Norfair, Diggy has pulled up a considerable chunk of the lead that kupppo had. And if Diggy knows how to get out of this room, unfortunately Diggy is on 6 missiles. If he doesn't know how to do that, then he might pull up here.
Oh, and now kupppo's resetting to his previous save, he's realizing. That...
Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing I was saying. Now I really hope he realizes he has not killed Kraid here.
Okay. That's definitely not a plasma shot. Oh no, he's getting plasma after Kraid. He will... Okay, he does realize.
Okay, that's good.
Not sure if this saves time. I would think not.
Compared to just leaving from LN?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Close, but I think it saves time. This is what I thought he was doing initially, though, is you save after killing Kraid, and, like, I don't know why he selected not to save if he, like, because there's no reason to want to keep your previous saves here. To be clear, I, like, figuring out all this stuff in the middle of a race is really difficult, and sometimes you do the stupidest stuff that you would never do in your life.
Yeah. So true.
Sometimes you'll be like, wait, do I need the 45th power bomb before I go into Lower Warfare?
Oh, I saw a runner once and we were scratching our heads. So it was a baby charge seed and some super weak beam like baby charge ice. And
Oh no.
the runner found supers behind Dragon and noped out. And we were scratching our heads. Why would you not pick up those supers? It was in a hard way to hell without an item fanfare. And the runner told us after the race they were so stupid. I just thought I don't need the drops from Dragon because I'll get a refill. And that transferred to the item that was behind Dragon. Yeah. So stuff like that can totally happen.
So Diggy reset.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's
his chance. But Diggy is an RBO runner. Did he go in with too few missiles, maybe?
Either way, he's leaving and showing off an incredible Key Hunter stairs manip.
Yeah. Yeah, this is also a good reminder to always keep your miners in check. Like, for every situation that could come up, you want to be on the necessary ammo.
Mm-hmm.
I know that farming is slow, but walking away from this is way slower. And since Diggy is an RBO runner, I can't imagine he wouldn't know how to do this.
It's very different from how you do the fight in RBO, and he's
not as clean getting out of that key hunter room.
So, what happened there, for those who may not have been aware, Diggy had 100 health in his reserve, which means that he should have been fine. However, your iframes expire. Your iframes are still running out while your reserve is filling. So, Diggy's iframes expired while his reserves were refilling, and so he took another hit from the Key Hunter.
So Diggy would have been fine. Diggy would have been fine with 1 point of health in his reserves, but not with 100. He also would have been fine with 101, but not with anything between, I don't know, 70 and 100, something like that.
Something like that. I'm not sure the exact amount. And kupppo is going back to this wave check now.
Alright.
Which would have helped earlier.
It would, but, you know, he'll be returning, so...
Mm-hmm. It's not that huge of a deal, though.
No, not with plasma.
And this Key Hunter does like to swoop down sometimes, which is why you saw Diggy moonwalk back a little bit.
Yeah, you can shoot through those blocks if you are... Probably if you are before the middle of them. I don't know the exact specifics. He really wants to get by this one. Doesn't let him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another cool trick there. You saw Diggy trying to wall jump morph upwards. The reason he does that is if you just try to jump up, the Key Hunter can just swat you back down. But if you are in the morph ball and you get hit, you actually get knocked upward instead.
Yeah, morphing is a really cool technique to avoid getting knocked down from where you want to be.
Now, from here, I wonder...
kupppo giving up on the gate, okay, interesting. Maybe he just wants to take another portal? Maybe not.
Attack jump, no grab. Yeah, his space jump. He can go through the gate and be fine.
Yeah.
I think the answer might. I think the answer can only be in wreck ship at this point.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Doesn't have to be a suit. Our runners do have that ice beam, so it could be high jump.
And I believe that's what kupppo is going for as well.
Yeah, he might even know that the answer has to be wreck ship. If I recall correctly, on dash settings, you can never be expected to do a reverse acid dive.
Really?
That might be incorrect. I haven't looked up the logic on that.
Oh, kupppo's got those two portals open. That's right. Also picking the fight. Will be.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at this point.
Yeah.
So this is time that Diggy gets back.
True, true. In the meantime, Diggy did do the upper and over checks. Business? No, not business. Bubble Mountain.
Did he get his ice beam and turn it off?
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe he's complete speed booster.
Dude, really punishing to skip here. Especially if a Suitless Meridia does end up being the answer.
Yup. Ah, doesn't quite get the uppercut.
I've never heard that name for it. That's pretty good.
I heard Kev say that, Kevnastics, and I like that too, so I've been sticking with that ever. So with Diggy going for those minors, I would assume that he's planning on a wreck chip here. Wants to be on 30 supers. Might also go back to that hallway and refill to 30. Yeah, that's not a save. I thought as much. That's just for resetting the cags. I hope he's not planning on doing that until he gets to 30, because in that case, the hellway would have been way faster.
Kinda looking like it. He needs missiles too. Or, no, he doesn't. He needs power bombs.
Yeah, true.
But he's going to be down a minimum of one missile, or one super pack. It's going to be down a minimum of one super, assuming that he opens wreck ship using a super, and then farms the river to get a super back.
Yep.
And then uses missiles on the eye door.
Yep.
He'll only be down one super.
Also assuming he doesn't
power
get
bombs, one of which needs to double hit.
Yeah, also assuming he doesn't get ripped off by the Ripper.
That's true. He could get the, what is it, the 0.2% chance, I believe.
Yeah. Always happens in those situations. Yeah, kupppo looks like he's accepted his fate of never finding Charge Beam.
Yeah, pretty close to go mode ammo anyway.
Yes.
These 3 more super packs.
Yeah.
Ish. There's a little bit of leeway depending on how much you're willing to break doors and refill.
There we go with the Ripper farm, or not?
He's checking the minor
Okay.
items
Yeah,
out.
okay, that's fair.
He checked it his first time in. I don't remember what it was.
Me neither.
Those missiles?
It's power bombs.
He also did not remember what it was. Understandable.
Yeah.
You know,
He
probably
also
about 38 minutes later.
went for spooky missiles, and I believe they were vanilla. So what you gotta do now is first open the door, then go back to that Ripper. And Diggy doesn't do that.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do all that. He can just use the power bombs.
Yeah, true.
Like,
I don't like his energy, but he should be able to work with that. Especially with the screw attack.
yeah, so 3 power bombs is equivalent to 2 supers. Something else to be cognizant of. Oh, Diggy is going for the save this time. I was gonna say, Diggy's health isn't the best.
Yeah.
Considering Ridley does roughly twice, or exactly twice as much as you would expect him to do.
Yeah, that was probably also the deciding factor which made him go for the save. Also, even farming these atomics. Here we go with the Missile Ghidorah. It always feels so bad. It's just like 5 or 6 seconds you take, but it feels so bad to do that. I don't know why.
Yeah, he can also do a missile and super only fight now.
Yeah.
He can miss 2 missiles and 0 supers. No danger of resetting though with all those power bombs.
Yeah, of course. Also, when you transition into a powerbomb fight, that can become dicey as well with your health. If you get Ridley in a bad spot there. And when you set power bombs in that room, Ridley tends to do weird things.
Okay, he has the Pokemon.
No. Okay. Now just lying down, accepting his fate, and his fate is getting picked up.
Nicely done.
And despite all that has happened, Diggy is in a slight lead. And it's Charge Beam!
That's
Woo!
what he needed. He doesn't actually have a lead here because he doesn't have ice, and
Exactly,
he also, I believe he might have a little bit less portal knowledge than kupppo does.
I won't know that, but you're definitely right about ice.
It's not impossible for him to get through movement alone from this point on.
Yeah.
Enough lead back to offset the ice, but a lot needs to go right still.
For example, gravity, right? No more checking nothing, just going for it. Oh!
That is go mode.
Sometimes I scare myself. It's,
Do you know, I assume, like, Diggy does hard way to hell. Surely he knows how to CF clip, especially with bombs.
With bombs, absolutely, yeah.
But the issue with CF clipping is it's still slower. So it's a real uphill battle. And he's still checking items. I was gonna say realizes he has enough ammo to break all of the Zebs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought he didn't have left side criteria knowledge. He does still.
Oh, then of course he also doesn't have the right side reaction portal, which is he's taken now, which is a very good choice.
I wonder if he checks the major along the way.
Yeah, without ice and speed, I'd assume he would.
Hmm.
Even
I
I
kind
would,
of
and
like this check if you're going out the back anyway. It's
yes,
one room.
yes, absolutely.
Uh, if you have space jump, it's faster than
Yeah,
right supers.
absolutely, and I'm perfectly. Oh,
Oh,
look at that!
that's
I think
exactly what he needed.
yes,
Kupo doesn't get that.
no, he knows what that portal is, so he's never going there. Wow, this is interesting.
Kupo gets that.
Wow, psychic. Maybe he just wants to take that way into East Meridia. Would be a bit weird, but also not the worst.
It might be faster.
Oh, Kubo. What? No!
No.
Come on! The decisions! Holy crap!
What's he
It's.
going
I don't know.
back for?
I don't know. Front of Wreck Chip goes into Brinstar.
You actually I guess he's going back to LN?
Possible.
I don't like going this way though, because that puts you right by Turian. So you want to do East Meridia first, and then do either.
There might be some portal that Kupo is missing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe, because he's going to the middle green Bryn portal, I guess, to get to Red Tower, then middle of Red Tower portal to get to West Meridia, gets to front of East Meridia. I think Diggy is incidentally on the faster path anyway.
It looks like it, yeah. Wow.
Diggy's path through the rest of the game is actually perfect. He'll leave out the front of East Meridia, which he needs to drop down from, which puts him in Upper Norfair. He does back-to-back LN, and then goes to Turian.
Oh man, yeah.
He even has the speed for it, so he can go through the speedway. Diggy's just straight up ahead now. I think even with the ice.
How the turntables have turned. And Kupo is indeed taking the front entry into Lower North here.
Yeah. This is a wild comeback from Diggy.
Yeah. Without doing anything too special or anything. Just making the right choices.
Yeah, Diggy does still need to have better movement, and he does still need to see the path. But I would say it's Diggy's race to lose now.
Even has X-ray.
And this boss will have to be Phantom.
Yeah. How convenient to get charged after the last boss that can't be X-rayed.
Yeah, and we saw Diggy being real careful there not to go Kojak to super.
Yeah. Another Missile Ghidorah. Another 5 hours lost. Yeah, gets him. Thankfully, Phantom's hitbox is pretty big.
I don't think Diggy checked the front of East Meridia on his way in, but I think he has complete portal knowledge now, so he might not have had to.
Yeah. I never know if runners have that or not. I sometimes remember single portals of which I know they don't know, but never the whole picture. So Diggy is definitely checking that portal going left here.
Yeah, real cool strat using space jump to enter this speedway.
Yeah, feels good when that works. And kupppo still checking stuff. Okay. Those are high jump boots that I will assume now Diggy is not getting.
Probably not. Ice is still at large for him, just like speed's still at large for kupppo.
First try wave gate glitch.
Nicely done. Is this path faster?
I never know.
I don't think it is.
I seriously never know. If you don't have space jump, nope. But with, I really don't know.
I think it's better to go up and take speedway. But I mean, I guess he could like the ammo check here. Well, he already got this ammo.
Yep. It's gonna be a high five real soon.
Yeah, probably in Three Musketeers.
This time Diggy arriving with a screw attack against those musketeers. That's the high five out of the way. Both having to defeat one more boss. What are the ways to Turian? That's way better for Diggy.
Yeah, Diggy just has to take the speedway and go down.
Yeah. kupppo with a long way. Oh, no speed booster too. Towards East Meridia and then with a long way back. Oh no. Both those speed echoes don't hit the pirates.
Hmm. Yeah, we'll see if Diggy is able to get one round microwave here. It's pretty hard to do on Dragon, honestly.
I don't know, I don't think so. You just don't have to spam the button, but keep it pushed a little bit. And it's fairly easy. I've done it with less damage than that. I want to say 400 is probably my lowest I one rounded.
Oh wow. I guess that's with baby charge.
Yeah, it's some dash setting with, I think, one charge upgrade, plasma, and ice beam that gets you to 400.
Yeah, not quite. If you know you're not gonna get it, you might as well just be a little faster about it. Yeah, the big thing, as long as you're waiting long enough, is less with how quickly you can press the button and more with how little time you spend releasing the button.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Also, you don't want to do it that quickly when Dragon appears on screen, especially if you don't have wave beam, because the frame that plasma beam touches the wall, it's gone. So you want to have Dragon a little bit on screen before you do that.
Yeah, it's possible what he was doing was something like they do in GT Classic, where you do one charge shot to begin the fight, and then you microwave Dragon.
One charge shot to begin the fight?
So in GT Classic, as Dragon's coming on screen, you do a diagonal charge shot, and then as Dragon actually fully comes on the screen, you shoot upwards, and then that's the shot you microwave on.
Oh, interesting. Okay, didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure that only works because of wave, though.
Yeah.
Although it could still help in a case like this where it's a pretty tight window to get the full just plasma microwave on Dragon. Regardless, Diggy still saves some time on that fight either way, compared to Kupppo.
Yeah, very true.
Now, he also did not get the high jump boots. Which means that Kupppo's time save compared to Diggy will finish running itself out roughly when one of the runners is touching the ship.
Hey. I think Kupppo just forgot about X-Ray in the first Phantom round and remembered it in the second and couldn't quite get it off. Yeah, in the Phantom fight, well, in the Dragon fight and the Bot Moon fight, you go into the fight and, oh yeah, I have X-Ray. Yeah, I'll use X-Ray, that's cool. But in the Phantom fight, you have to enter the fight, I'm using X-Ray. I have to prepare using X-Ray. I have to do following executions to do that. Because that can go wrong so quickly.
Kupppo's going for some pretty gnarly stutter dopplers here. I can't really recommend that people go for stutter dopplers unless they're trying to get some either a 1 round or on-screen 2 rounds. And even then you don't need stutter dopplers for on-screen 2 rounds. Some people feel comfier with it though. And Diggy is entering Turian. This is absolutely his race to lose at this point.
Yeah, that's a margin that Ice Beam will not claw you back, especially with the speed advantage on the dark side. Ammo doesn't matter. Yeah, very much. Thanks, advantage here. Big one.
Yeah, ammo matters a little bit in that supers will speed up the fight, but there's not a big discrepancy. And you see, if you're not used to power bombing Metroids, you might be saying, hey, these Metroids are moving a little bit strangely. For whatever reason, if a power bomb hits a Rinka, it will hit all of the Metroids in the room and also aggro them onto you, even if they're off screen. And Diggy is through the Metroids, so that is the largest portion of the time save that kupppo gets from ice.
Yep.
It is also increased damage, but that's not quite as big of a deal.
A bit depending on how quickly he gets the speed zaps get done. Even if he decides to missile his way through, this would still be considerable.
Now, kupppo can baby skip here. With no speed and no wave, it'll be a pretty slow baby skip. I'm also not sure if he's practiced in the speedless baby skip. It's mostly similar, but there's some nuance to it.
Alright, that's kupppo touching the elevator 3 minutes and 41 seconds behind.
It's wild to think, like, it's so easy to do a million what ifs here, you know? And the fact is, you can just do what if Diggy had taken the save.
Yeah.
But, you know, even if kupppo had hit the S button to save after Kraid, this wouldn't... That wouldn't be the difference, I don't think.
No. Definitely not. I think the hell runs were one major factor. Diggy checked those Bubble Mountain items with Warrior Suit and kupppo without, so that's a lot of farming. Apart from that, the routing. Routing was the biggest thing, I believe. This all fell into place for Diggy after a while.
Absolutely. But yeah, there you go. Hell runs, extremely slow. So this is what, 40 shots with no supers?
Yep. So, not an issue. Don't know how many reserves those are. I'll assume it's one.
Yeah, it's either one or two.
Just don't get catch up and you'll be fine.
In some ways, it's almost easier without high jump boots.
Here we go. Mother Brain, very friendly and telegraphing her catch-up phase. That doesn't always happen.
Yeah, and this escape's gonna be a bit slower for Diggy without high jump boots. But not by that much, really. Especially when you have screw attack and space jump. You
And
can
speed.
supplement your lack of... And speed, yeah. You can supplement your lack of high jump really well. Speed will always remain the biggest time save and escape, and it's not even close.
First try zap skip. Classic way. Screw
Nicely
attack
done.
turned off.
Yeah, another one of those little hidden areas where ice helps you. If you kill the Rinkas with ice, they take longer to respawn.
Yep.
Whereas they respawn pretty much instantly without ice.
Yeah,
Really
don't even
annoying.
bother with them if you don't have ice. Just try to avoid them. But yeah, at least we got 2 Mother Brains on the screen at the same time. All bosses are kill, the baby is kill, and now Mother Brain is kill for Diggy.
Yeah, and at this point, I totally expect kupppo to finish out the seed.
Yeah,
He's
true.
just a few minutes off.
The common etiquette in those tournaments is if you are entering Turian by the time your opponent finishes, or at least you are very close to it, then it's fine to finish. If you still have some seat in front of you, you should DNF, unless it's the last race in a best-of-3 series, stuff like that. But if you've got another match coming up, you would usually DNF.
And with that, after many trials and tribulations, Diggy Diggy Dang finishes in first place with an official race time of 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 41 seconds. GG.
GG. Yeah, what a comeback.
Honestly, so wild. So that's going to be at least one win for Diggy Diggy Dang. It's really important for him to get all the wins he can get. He dropped a race earlier in the tournament to Sky, so he already has one loss coming into today.
A bit unexpectedly.
Yeah, and with dropping a race to the bottom seed in his group, he pretty much needs to play perfectly against everyone from Sloters here on out to work towards that 2 seed. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty difficult fight with kupppo.
Skychat. Never mind. I don't know how he won that one. And I actually don't remember either. been too many races after that.
Yeah, I think both of us were on comms for that one too.
Oh, were we? Oh no.
I was at least, I'm pretty sure.
I think I was too, yeah.
There's just so many races. But yeah, with that, just a few minutes behind in a very interesting seed. Kupppo has finished in second place with an official time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 9 seconds. GG.
GG's indeed. Alright, quick break, I'd say.
Yep, we're gonna take a quick break. The runners have not started the second race, and there's a 5-minute delay, so I would say, maybe 8 to 10 minute break, and come right back here for game two. In the meantime, go get yourself a snack, go hydrate, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do, uh, because hopefully this next game could be just as exciting.
Or, keep staring at the screen. That's fine too. See you then.
See ya.